Hello, Mr. Harry, Mr. Ryan, alright?
Yeah.
You know the browser, right? You visit the internet. Your browser, right? Is a software. You open the browser, right?
Is that how you spell it?
Yes. What browser are you using? Is it
Google, Microsoft Bing.
Bing is a search engine.
Oh.
So what's the name of the
Microsoft
software?
Edge.
Edge, yes. And also, what's the browser from Google? What is it called?
Chrome.
Chrome, yeah, Chrome, yeah. Okay, so these are two popular browsers
And there's
nowadays.
also Firefox.
Firefox, when did you use the Firefox?
Never.
How do you know Firefox?
I learned it in school.
Okay. And
There's
also some
Safari.
Safari, yes. I don't know how to spell it, okay? But anyway, browser is the
It's
software.
S-A-F-A-R-I.
S-A-A-F-A-R-I, okay? So browser, right?
Safari.
So there's a close button, right? There's a maximize button, there's a minimize button. So what's here usually?
HTTPS.
What do you call it? It's an address bar, right? Address bar. So you put HTTPS
://
www.google, for example, right? Google or Microsoft.com, right? Google.com, and I will put something afterwards. We call this thing URL, URI, right? The very minimum difference between these two terms. So URL, what's that? Uniform Resource Location, Uniform Resource Identifier. Uniform.
They're wearing clothes.
Oh, unified. Is it uniform or unified? Unified. I think it's unified. Which one makes more sense? Uniform or unified?
Unified.
Unified, yeah. Resource.
Texture pack.
Locator. Anyway, it's just a term, right? And this is identifier. Okay, so let's talk about this URL. HTTP www.bing.com/a/b/c.php (a equals 1 and okay b equals 2 #v). Okay, so this is a more complex example. Okay, so when you put these in the address bars of a browser, and the browser knows where to locate this content, okay, and display it in your browser. Okay, so let's look at these first. HTTP is a protocol, is a schema protocol. So what does it stand for?
There's also Yahoo.com.
Yes, it's a different.
Yahoo.
Yahoo it was is also a search engine, right? But nowadays it's not as popular as Google. Google has this 97% market share of all the search engine, and Bing has like 3%. Okay, Yahoo maybe less than small amount of people using Yahoo these days. HTTP, hypertext.
I don't like Yahoo.
Hypertext
I had it before.
Okay, transfer protocol.
Whenever
Okay.
you look, sometimes there's two T's.
Yeah, look, that's a good question. HTTP, okay? Hypertext transfer
I like Google
protocol.
better. I like
Okay.
Google better.
Yeah. What are the alternatives? This is usually when you want to view a website, type in a browser. Most of the case, HTTP or HTTPS. A secure version. Okay. Usually it's HTTPS. Most of the case. Okay. Other FTP, File Transfer Protocol.
What is,
Okay.
what is protocol?
Protocol. What's the meaning of protocol?
That's on my screen.
Is that protocol? Okay, so I want to talk to you in secret. So for example, Ryan is here. I want to talk to you in secret. He's listening as well, right? I want to send you a message, talk to you a message, but in the meantime, only you understand. Ryan don't understand. So there's a protocol, secret protocol between you and me. Remember we talked about this ROT 13, right? Notation.
You mean
A to N, B to O.
They halve it so 13 each, and then they swap around.
Yeah, so right, something like that, right? I send you something, right? You understand this is the original
Yeah, but
text.
what if Ryan cracked the code?
Yeah, that's the thing. So secure, we have a secure version. We talk about it's more complex. Secure version is that I encrypt the message. Here is message. I say hello. This is I want to talk to you. Ryan is here. Eric is here. Right? This is Daddy.
Eric needs a capital letter. It's a name. Yeah.
Okay. Hello. I want to say hello. Hello, Eric. Okay. But Ryan is also there. But I don't want Ryan to understand this message. So I will have your public key, right? You have a public key. You have a private key in pairs.
You
right?
have a monitor.
You have public key. You have private key. So I know your public key, right? So a public key function takes the message, and also your public key. And then this will give me some encrypted text, right? So this encrypted text reach your side. Because you have private key, you'll be able to decode this message. Ryan doesn't have a private key of yours. This is your private key. Only you understand. You know you have it. No other people have it. Daddy don't have your private key. Ryan don't have your private key. You have your private key. But everybody knows your public key. So I use your public key, and
What's my public key?
I don't know. It's just a public key and private key is in pairs, right? Only this private key can see the message, which is being encoded using your public key. Okay, so that's very complex.
But I don't know what's my private key though.
It could be any.
So if you send the message and then do you mean like my private key like translate it to like a regular? Like if you say like ABSD
Like if you-
colon $124.8 convert your message into
Mhm.
a code and then you send it, does my private key translate it back so I know?
Yeah, kind of, yes. The problem of this one is what? If Ryan gets A to N, B to O, he will be able to decode the message, right? Because it's two-way, right? You get an A, you translate to N. And I send it N to you, you know N translate back to A. Am I right? So it's kind of like a very simple protocol. Ryan could guess. But with this approach, Ryan can't decode it because Ryan doesn't have your private key. Private key could be a very big thing, a key that nobody can decode your message without it. Okay, so that's protocol. So FTP, and also we have a secured version as
What's
FTP.
my public key though?
It could be any. You can make up a public key, private key. It could be an unlimited number. Right? It just comes in pair. Okay. We talk about that later. It's quite complex. It's about the encryption, cryptography. Okay, cryptography. This is the foundation of blockchain. Okay, so this is a schema, or we call it protocol. Schema. www. What's that?
Worldwide website.
Worldwide website. Well done. Worldwide website. Okay. So this could be something else. It doesn't have to be www. Technically, www is a subdomain. So it could be, I could say video.bing.com. So people know this video.bing.com is a subdomain of bing.com. This is the main domain. Everything before the main domain is the subdomain. So video.bing.com.
So it's HTTP subdomain.
No, HTTP, this is the protocol. This is the domain. Here, this is the
I
domain.
thought you said everything before Bing.
Okay. Technically, after this, right? This is the schema protocol. This is the domain. Main domain, subdomain, okay? And why .com? What's .com?
Company.
Company, okay. Originally, when the domain was invented, .com is the top level domain, TLD, okay? So .com company, right? But nowadays the more TLD is coming, right? We could have .uk, .co.uk, .io, .net, right? Anything, right? And then these are the paths, right? So it means that where to find, where is the path? You can imagine as a photo structure. A, folder goes into A folder and then B folder, and then in A folder, B folder, there's a c.php file. So this is the root, right? So root, there's a folder A, and there's a folder B, and in folder B I have this c.php. So this is just to tell the browser, tell the server where to locate this c.php is at the server of bing.com at folder A, folder B, and okay, locates this c.php. Okay, so this is a file. Okay, any questions so far?
But that's just one path.
One pass, yes, one pass, yes. It could be any pass, right?
Yeah, but you can find it because there's only one path.
Oh, what's my public key? And how do I know my private key without telling it to you? Or
You have your private key, okay? So you don't share your private key to anybody else. Even daddy asks you, don't tell me, okay? This is your private key, only belongs to you.
Yeah, but how would I know where to look without you helping me?
Ah, that's a good question. Yeah, because when you are under
Because
18, I'm your official, guardian. So I deserve to know everything. Yeah, sometimes even your password. Okay. Okay, what was the question again? Sorry.
There's only one path, so you can find it.
Okay. Yes,
There's
because.
only one path. You only can go to B.
Okay. Maybe I have another C, and I have another D, and I have another E, and I have an F. Okay. So we don't know the structure of the server, but if you put it this way, then you're actually telling people that, okay, on my server, A, B, C, the PHP, you need to find it, okay? Most of the case, but actually, this is the case. The file is there in most cases, but sometimes we can fake it, okay? Now that's totally another story, okay? So look, this is the question mark, and after it, before the hashtag, this is the called query string. Query string.
Why do you need a question mark?
This is just the format, right? Before the question mark, this is the file name, this is the path. After the question mark it's optional, by the way, okay? This is optional. And this is optional as well. If we don't specify that, anything, so what to look for? By default, right? The server can configure it as well. By default, it's looking for index.html.php or whatever, right? So we don't know. By default, we can configure the server to go to a default file when the path is not given. Okay. So after the question mark, we can give a query string. Query string, look, A.1, A equals 1, and B equals 2. Basically, we're just passing two variables to say A equals 1 and B equals 2 to this C.php. So in C.php, we know A equals 1 and B equals 2. That could be multiple, right? So you could say A equals 1 and B equals 2, and C equals 3, and D equals 4, whatever, blah, 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 okay? And hashtag, this is just tagging. So when you open the browser, right, when you have a page, HTML page, right, so for example, right, you have something here, blah, 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 some text. So if I'm saying here, I want to tag it as V here, right, there's a tagging V here. So if you type in hash V, the browser, or when you open it, you will jump immediately to this section V, okay? Make sense? We call it anchor, A-N-C-H-O-R, okay? So the only thing you need to know is that this is for the browsers to jump to the corresponding section if there's a tag here, okay? So any questions so far? What have you learned today?
We learned about browser.
No, we are not learning a browser.
We're learning about that, whatever that web computer thingy, blah 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 blah.
URL, remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to
We learned about URI.
URI. Okay, Ariel, what have you learned? URL. Okay. So I'm going to write a few URL. You tell me if it's uniform. If it's you tell me if it's correct URL. Okay.
It's not.
A.B.C.
False.
Okay. c.php. Is this a URL?
No.
What's missing?
A column. HTTPS.
Yeah, the thing, okay? Actually, I forgot something, okay? HTTP, okay? S, right? This is skill version. A video.bing.com, okay? So there's a column afterwards. Optional.
Well, what if a column after HTTPS?
Sorry?
Isn't there supposed to be a column after HTTPS?
Yeah. There, okay?
Is
look,
it double slash?
double slash, yes, double slash. Okay, so what I'm missing here, okay, by default, it's optional, right? By default, if we don't give it, it's 80. 80 means the web server, right? You could give another port. So what is the port? So port is just a number, right? So there are some reserved port. For example, 80 is the web server, 443 is the HTTPS, right? Some other port like FTP 22, 23, which you don't need to know for now. So port is just like, I can talk to Eric, right? Eric is a server, bing.com, right? For example, I want to talk to Eric in parallel. For example, I want to talk to Eric at port 80, and Eric should tell me, okay, so present a page. That's a web server. So it's just basically a channel, right? So a server, this is a server. At port 80, it handles the web server, the web pages. At other ports, it do something else. Can you imagine that? Right? It could be have a lot of ports. These are the ports, right? It's just like we can talk to each port individually without affecting each other. Okay. Each port handles different thing. Okay. Yeah. Eric, does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. HTTPS picture.abc.co.uk column 91/c/d and question mark a equals 1 tag d. Okay.
Doesn't like show Bing or Google.
That's okay. It could be anything. That's the URL. Okay, that's not my question. My question is that where is the port number? Which one is the port number?
91.
91. This is the port number.
Well, that's the only number basically. Apart from that one.
Okay. Yeah. You are right. Port number. Okay. Port number by default, if we don't specify anything, that's 80. Okay. Which one is the pass?
Is it at the end?
Pass is CB. This is the pass. Okay.
I can see you are looking.
The file name is missing, but the file name is missing. It should be here, but if it's missing, most likely it's index. Okay, so if I put another G here, the file name is G. This is the file name. Where is the subdomain?
Pick
Subdomain is this bit. Okay, subdomain. What's the main domain?
ABC.co.uk.
This is the main domain. What's the schema?
HTTPS.
What's S?
Secure.
Secure. What's HTTP?
HTTP.
Yeah, what does it stand for? Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Okay. What's the query string? Query
At the
string.
end, A equals 1 hashtag D.
No. This is called anchor. Okay, tag. Okay.
Ankle.
ANCHOR. Okay. I was explaining it a bit earlier. Okay.
Ankle.
Oh, what does it mean? What does this word mean?
It's like ship.
Yeah, the thing in the ship.
And then
Yeah.
and it's like the anchor drops down.
Okay. Yes. Okay, that's it for today. Bye bye.
I.
Bye bye.